matchup this evening in this three-day event. In game one tonight features a contest between two highly talented teams in the state of Florida. The visitors from Polk County, the Lakeland Dreadnaughts, and the West Broward Bobcats, making the journey from Pembroke Pines here this evening. And both teams just got done with the coin toss. I'm excited for this matchup. I'm Eddie Cuencas alongside my partner, Andrew Jupe.
Big day today, Eddie.
Oh, absolutely. And here come the Lakeland Dreadnaughts making their way onto the field. Class 5A state runner-ups from last season finished with an overall record of 12-3. And here come the West Broward Bobcats. Proud Class 6A state runner-ups, also with an overall record of 12-3, making.
So it seems like both these teams poised for a title run this season, Eddie. Who's going to make it?
Oh, we'll find out this evening in just a few moments. I'm excited for this matchup, and not only that, we're in store for a matchup between two teams that have a handful of players that are being looked at by some top-name schools throughout the country.
Of course, more than a handful, Eddie. Of course, we're talking to organizer, of course, of the Kickoff Classic here in the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic, Coach Reynolds. He said between the 6 teams that they'll have out here this weekend, over 100 Division I recruits being spread out throughout those 6 teams. So it's going to be a power-packed, wild weekend here at Palm Beach Central.
Yeah, absolutely,
Ladies
man.
and gentlemen, at this time, we ask if you're able to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps.
We'll be back in just a
I'd like to
moment.
introduce Pastor Darren for tonight's invocation, and then we will have our stars.
Thank you for bringing us together tonight. Bless these players, coaches, families, and our entire school community. Protect every athlete on this field and let them compete with courage, integrity, and good sportsmanship. Remind us that while we play to win, character will always matter more than the score. Keep everyone safe, and may this be a night of unity, excellence, and great memories. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor.
And we're back, and we just heard the national anthem being played, and both teams are now getting ready to come out onto the field, and we're set, we're ready.
I don't know if you get much love thrown around that name here, Eddie, but they want to get it going here. They want to get the party started. Playlist is dope. We've got 2 great teams trying to take over the state, get things rolling this early. Let's have some fun on a Thursday night, Eddie. You ready to let the dogs out?
Yes. Football season is back. Start of NFL preseason was today, college football around the corner, but there's no better way, in my opinion, to start it with good old high school football action.
There you go. Kickoff Classic, of course. Thanks for Sports for Change and Coach Reynolds for bringing us aboard down here for the 4-quarter online presentation of the Sports for Change 2nd annual, Eddie, the Kickoff Classic, and the Dreadnaughts are becoming quite the regular here for the Kickoff Classic here, sponsored by Sports for Change.
Setting up to kick for the Lakeland Dreadnaughts is number 50. That is Porter Hunt, the senior kicker.
Hunt's a great football name, Eddie. I want all my guys to be on the hunt.
Absolutely.
Left, right, left.
And we are underway here at the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic. Day one, game one.
Zone. Bobcats going to take over 1st and 10.
And here come the Bobcats. As we mentioned earlier, Class 6A state runner-ups last season. Overall record 12-3. Made it all the way to the state championship game. And coming out onto the field is the Bobcats. Looks like at quarterback is going to be number 2, Jaden Miller.
20-yard line for the Bobcats.
Taking over at their own 20-yard line. 4 receivers spread out, running back in the backfield. Player in motion. Snap to Miller. Hands it off to his running back, and he kind of stumbles a little bit.
Short gain on the play, run up the middle. Call it a gain of 2. Going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Bobcats.
Gain of about 2 yards on the play. That is number 20, Jalen Harris on the carry.
That's going to be the big task today, of course, for Russ Broward about trying to handle this big, beefy, high-profile Lakeland defensive line.
Snap. And it's handed back off. Breaks off about 2 tackles. Still on his feet. Past the first down marker. That is number 20. Once again, Jalen Harris. Tackle made by number 0, Deontay Fielder. That's going to move the chains for a first down. And here goes West Broward in a no huddle. Receiver spread, 4 lined up. Snap. And this time, Harris is going to be brought down in the backfield right there. That is, looks like tackle was made right there by number 8, Alex Salem. Correction, Santana Harvey on the tackle.
And that's going to be the big boy, Eddie. That's the big Clemson commit that you got to be worried about. He's going to bookend the left side of that defensive line. He's the beast that you have to have an answer for if you want to get this offensive rolling here tonight.
Player in motion. Quick snap, quick pass. Nearly, I think it's caught. Yes, caught ball. Pass is complete. To number 11, Jordan Smith.
3rd and 10.
Tackled right away. Looks like number 52. Jeremiah Bennett on the tackle.
Here you go, 3rd down and long, Eddie. Defensive line loves to pin their ears back. Let's see what Lakeland, if they dial up a little pressure here early in the first quarter.
And looks like it's coming. And quarterback keeper, he's going to take it for
Nothing doing
just
there.
to about the
Quarterback
45-yard
gain of
line.
4 yards on the play.
Looks like a few players for Lakeland were waiting for him. Number 16,
We'll call it 4th and
Deshaun
4.
Smalls.
Oh, for a second there, Eddie, I thought they were going to go for it.
Yeah, I don't see why not. It is a kickoff classic. Again, this is a preseason game, but, you know, too early, I feel like.
I don't know. You can never give the offense too many reps, Eddie, but we'll keep an eye on how things go.
Lining up for the punt return is number 0 for Lakeland, Deontay Fielder.
Fielder waits at his
4th
15-yard
down
line.
and about 4. Bobcats set up to punt. Low snap. Just gets it off. Takes a good little friendly bounce into the 20-yard line.
West
Punt
Broward
by
is
number
gonna mark
5,
it dead at the 20-yard
Micaiah
line. It'll be
Themes.
1st and 10 for Lakeland.
And now here come the Lakeland Dreadnaughts out onto the field for their first series on offense. 12-3 overall record last season, Class 5A state champions. Made it all the way back to the state title game and had once again another meeting with St. Thomas Aquinas. 1st and 10 for Lakeland. Man in motion, there goes the snap. Hands it off to his running back, and he's got daylight ahead of him, and he's still on his feet, still going past midfield at the 30-yard line to the 20. One man to beat, 3-2-1. Touchdown, Lakeland Dreadnaughts.
To the house.
Number 5, Anari Cooper takes it all the way to the house for a touchdown. And Lakeland strikes first on their first play of the game.
Offensive line did a great job and opened up a big hole there.
How about that one, Eddie? 80 yards down here on the left-hand side, and nobody even touches him. Offensive line loves a running back with a clean jersey.
Absolutely. Good job on the fake hand toss. Looked like they were going to try some trickeration,
Now
but
to attempt the extra point. Snap,
here comes the extra point. Bounces off the upright, and that is
That
no
one
good.
hit the upright. It's going to remain 6-0.
But
8:58
now your
remaining.
score here in the first quarter with just 8 minutes and 58 seconds to go. Your score, the West Broward Bobcats 0 and the Lakeland Dreadnaughts 6. A successful stop on their first defensive series, and then Lakeland in just one play
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate
scores on their
everybody
first
making
play.
their way to Palm Central tonight. Don't forget to hit the concession stands over there. I smell some good things on the grill, as well as some tasty desserts.
All right, and now let's see if the Bobcats can find a way to answer back. One of the returners set up for West Broward, number 3, Ryan Walker. And number 5, Micaiah Themes, out to return for the Bobcats. Porter Hunt lined up to kick for Lakeland.
Lakeland ready to send it deep again.
Last time's a touchback, Eddie.
Let's
Is
see
he
if
going to get another one?
Let's see if we can get a return, maybe. But
Okay. You think he gets in the end zone?
probably.
Okay. So dinner's on you if he doesn't?
That one reaches
And
the
once
end
again,
zone
that'll be
yet
another
again.
touchback. Good,
Bobcats
good
take over
kick
first
for the
and 10
senior
at the
kicker.
20-yard line.
Fair enough. Look, it's like going on the company card here, Eddie.
Yeah,
Survive another time.
All right, so here comes West Broward back out onto the field. Let's see if they can get some tempo going. They had a good start to their first offensive series. I think they were looking to generate some rhythm on the running game. Let's see what they'll do now in this next series. But they got to keep an eye out on defense for number 8, Santana Harvey, the Clemson commit. One of the leaders on this defense for Lakeland. Player in motion for the Bobcats. The snap to Miller. And he's going to go ahead and keep this one. And
Quarterback keeper.
slides
Slides down.
just past the 25-yard line.
Second down and manageable for the
Just
Bobcats.
back-to-back plays. Eddie, of course, quarterback keeper goes up, gets a good handful of yards. And, of course, when you're going against a good defense, good defensive line, you take that 4 or 5 yards when you can get it.
Deontay McCoy, number 20, one of the players, the tackle for the Dreadnaughts. Snap to Miller, and fakes the handoff. Pass is incomplete. Was looking for his wide receiver. That's number 18, Mario Agnett. So now,
You like that play call, Eddie? That was a little fun.
That was. And he had his receiver right there, truly. So third down, about 5 yards to go.
Much more manageable than that 3rd down and 10 they had last series, Eddie. Still got a
Yeah.
lot on the table here as they spread them out.
Here goes snap to Miller. It's got time. Pass is batted down immediately.
Good job by
That's going to be
Lakeland
number
getting in there,
22,
hand up.
Vario McBride, on batting down that quick pass attempt.
McBride said, not up in here. It's going to bring up 4th down.
So
for the
4th down
Bobcats.
coming up for West Broward, and looks like they're going to bring out the punt unit once again. Looks like we're going to have 2 punt returners lined up this time in far end of the field here. Number 0, Deontay Fielder, one of the returners.
Keep an eye on that snap, Eddie. It was a low one coming in last time. His dangerous position if they don't get this one off clean here for West Broward. Good snap.
There's the punt
up.
high. Looks like
Comes down, heads out of bounds as it crosses the 50-yard line. We're to the official spot.
and it looks like it's going to just get over the 50-yard line
Is indeed
into
gonna be
Lakeland territory. Well, they'll
first and 10
take
for
over
Lakeland.
just around their
Appears to be at
own
the
48-49-yard
ball
line.
game.
Last offensive series for Lakeland, it was one play instantly and a touchdown. Let's see what will happen now on their next go-around.
Ball spot at the midfield, first and 10.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and move it right at the 50-yard line.
Yep, nose right on midfield.
Snap. Quarterback fakes the handoff, running to his right, running to his light. Pressure, throws downfield. Caught ball.
Caught. Excellent throw and catch there. Quarterback roll to the right. Solid
Pass
receiver,
complete to number
catches it.
one.
Brought down
Cameron
at the
Fuse
11-yard line.
on the reception for the Dreadnaughts. But there's a penalty marker just back here. Let's see what it
Let's
is.
check the penalty flag.
Ineligible receiver downfield called on the offense. That one hurts. That was such a good pass, juke, and good catch.
Indeed. And of course, that's your boy Fuse, Eddie. But yeah, I was surprised. I didn't want to jinx it and
That one
say
appears to be
anything, but
coming
we
back
had a
here.
pretty good living. We got through 3 different offensive series without a penalty. Keeping in mind,
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that's the first time at a high school game that I've heard
First and 10.
an official on the field with their own microphone.
oh yeah, they like to mic them up down here, Eddie.
Welcome to South Florida football, ladies and gentlemen. We don't get this back up in North Florida as much. Anyways, so back to the 50-yard line.
They do it big here at Bronco Stadium, Eddie.
Well, absolutely. Snaps the quarterback, hands it off to his running back, looks like number 6.
No gain on the run up
Ahmad
the middle
Watts on the carry.
there. Second and 10.
Correction, that's number 5. Anari
Bobcat
Cooper.
Defense doing a good job of clogging that middle.
Yeah, and that's some great surge. Gabe Cypress leading the charge, number 90 on that D-line, but they just ate it up in the middle, Eddie. Nowhere to go.
So now, no gain on the play. Second down, 10 yards to go from midfield.
Carter Miles, a 6'3" sophomore, number 12, one of the team captains there, also in the mix, Eddie.
Snap. Hands it to his running back.
Short.
Lakeland again on the ground up the middle.
That's
Had
number
some room
5,
there,
Cooper on
trying
the
to throw
carry
it out.
again.
Slipped on the turf.
Little feistiness going down there.
Third down and long 4, we'll call it.
Few Bobcats on the stop right there. Looks like number 12 at the lead of that. That is Carter Miles on defense for West Broward. So here we go. Third down and about 5 yards to go. Can the Bobcats get a stop? Number 2, Keelan Hendricks at quarterback for Lakeland. The snap. It's got time. Throws downfield.
Pass
And
incomplete.
pass is incomplete, but we do
Ball
have a
down at
penalty
the
marker
10-yard
back
line. There is a
around
penalty
midfield.
flag
Let's
now.
see. It looks like it's going to be called
If
on
the call's gonna
Lakeland.
be against
Let's
the
see.
Dreadnaughts, we'll see what the Bobcats have in mind.
Of course, we'll try to pick up the mic on the field, Eddie. That would have been interesting, though, had that one been on target.
Oh,
Good
yes.
battle with Justin Jones out there, the defensive back for the Bobcats.
Hendricks had just enough time, too.
Holding on the offense, 10 yards from the previous spot, still third down.
And holding penalty called on the Lakeland Dreadnaughts offense. That's going to back them up.
You like that move, accepting the penalty, Eddie?
I don't know. Sometimes it can come back to get you. You never know. I mean, it's just a gamble that you have to be willing to take. Maybe if they can get a stop here, this could help them perhaps get good field position on the punt.
14 to go. First third and long here for Lakeland.
Snap to Hendricks. Pass is incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
That was intended for number 10, Rashad Kelly, the senior wide receiver. And that's going to be 4th down, and here comes the punt team for the first time for Lakeland.
So there you go, Eddie. Pays off.
Yeah,
Take
Now,
the penalty, make
let's
them earn
see
it,
if
huh?
the Bobcats can get a good punt return, and it looks like for the return is going to be number 5, Micaiah Themes.
5'11" sophomore. He's got a little bit of speed.
Snap. Here goes the punt.
Does get the kick
That's
away.
number
There's a
50.
flag down.
Hunt got a penalty on the
Ball
play.
lands at the- punt lands at the
Ball's going to
30.
take a good bounce
Takes a
just
Lakeland
to
bounce.
the
Finally
Bobcat
blown dead. There's the
16, close to the
16-yard
15-yard line,
Way to check
but
out the penalty flag.
let's see what the penalty is.
It looks like Porter Hunt's going to be doing double duty here tonight, Eddie, kicking and punting.
Two-way player. Old school fashion football right there. Waiting to hear from the officials here.
We have illegal substitution on the kicking team. The never kept set before the play. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
And Lakeland now hit with 3 penalties in a row, Joop, I believe.
Or 3 out of the last 4.
Take the penalty
But yep.
to do a re-kick. 4th and longer.
So
now.
this will be another punt. Porter Hunt coming back out to punt.
So that's a sign the coach has confidence in his return man. He wants to make the opponent kick it over again. Give his guy an opportunity to get some real estate in the open field, see if he can do some damage.
Second snap, backed Hunt up a little bit.
Good
Here
kick,
goes the
lands
punt.
about the same place. This time
Takes a
left
bounce
turn, right out of
into
bounds.
the
It's gonna be
Bobcats'
1st and 10 at the
31-yard line where they will take over.
Pretty good spin on that one.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah,
we're gonna have a little
good
bit of a
spin.
water break.
Looks like we're going to have an officials timeout for
Appreciate you
a
coming out here,
water
Palmy
break
Central
here at the
tonight.
Sports
Wanna
for
give a
Change
special
Kickoff
shout out to
Classic.
Palmy Central
Take
staff,
this time to get to recognize some
administrators that are
sponsors.
here. Also want to give a shout out to school police,
The Apple Seed
as well as the sheriff's office
Learning
here.
Center.
And let's give a good round of applause to Palm Beach County Fire Rescue as they are on scene.
Marshall Catering.
Thank you so much for all you do, everyone.
Edmond Empire Production. Circle Cuts Lawn Service. TLC Atkins Tender Love and Care. Loving Care. And Danny Nemus. And we're back now as both teams make their way back out onto the field. Last offensive series for the Bobcats. They could not convert. Let's see what they'll do now, taking over at their own 31-yard line. Quarterback Jaden Miller returns to the field. About 5 receivers spread. Man in motion. And that's handed off to number 3, Ryan Walker.
Good
He's
job by
tackled
that
down.
Lakeland
Looks like he's going to have
defense
no
stringing
gain
that
on the
out
play.
for no gain, maybe a little bit of a loss on the play. Call it no gain. Second and 10.
Tackle made right there by number 99. Kenroy McNeil. Sophomore defensive lineman.
Yeah, and that was some great pursuit. Shut it down, chased down the quick tailback. Didn't let him get out of the backfield. Fantastic pursuit by the big man.
Here goes the snap. Quarterback has time. Throws. Nearly intercepted right there. That was number
Pass
11,
to the running back.
Charles
Pass almost
Calhoun.
intercepted there, falls
Almost
incomplete.
got an
3rd and 10.
interception right there for the Lakeland Dreadnaughts.
Yeah, we talked about the defensive line being a strength here. Secondary is also going to be something of note here for the boys in gray and orange. A couple high-profile guys on the perimeter that we're going to try to keep an eye on.
Absolutely. Team was highly recognized last season for their defense for sure. Only lost 2 games in the regular season. And here we go, 3rd and long. The snap looks like a screen setup, but Lakeland snuffed it out right there, and he was tackled immediately by number 24, Matwan Bryan Jr. on the stop
4th and
for
10.
Lakeland.
Yeah, fantastic pursuit. Looks like Charles Calhoun was also in the mix, number 11, to kind of lock it down there, but sound defensive play. You love the coverage on the play before, clean tackles on the pursuit for the trick play. All around a great defensive effort here for Lakeland.
Yeah, and on the other side of the ball, it looks like West Broward has attempted its fair share of runs and quick passes and mid passes. Have yet to see them throw downfield. We'll see if that changes as the game goes on. And here they go, setting up to punt. With just about 4:40 to go in the first quarter, the snap gets the punt away. Looked like there was pressure for a block, and we might have a return. And it is going to be returned by number 0, Deontay Fielder. And he's brought down right away. That was number 14, Isaac Pena, on the stop for the Bobcats.
That was also a really good tackle, Eddie. Great pursuit, tough
Yes.
angle, able to drop the dangerous return man.
And if you think about it, if Pena does not get that tackle, who knows? So here comes the Lakeland Dreadnaughts back out on offense. A couple penalties on the last offensive series. Good plays all around, but just penalties ruining the momentum right there in that last drive. So let's see what they'll do on this one.
And of course, Fielder's one of those dangerous secondary players that we talked about. Of course, typical safety, the man on the return. Got some good D1 offers. Marshall, Connecticut.
And that's number 5 on the carry, Nari Cooper, and he's met right away with a host of Bobcats led by number 12. That's Carter Miles, and he is fired up right now, the sophomore defensive lineman.
Yeah, good surge in the middle of that line once again. Lakeland kind of testing the waters, right? They had that big spurt. They went for 80 yards, so they're going to keep testing it to see if the Bobcats are staying sound on that defensive front.
Quarterback number 2, Kellen Hendricks in the backfield. Snap, hands it back off to his running back, cuts on the outside, has some breathing room, good blocking, and he's still on his feet, and just looks like he's just stepped out of bounds a little bit, back around the 15-yard line, deep into Bobcats territory. And once again, that is number 5, Anari Cooper on the carry.
Cooper having a big first quarter.
I was going to say, if I'm coach, I feel like I got my film, right? I had my 80-yard touchdown, my 60-yard run, 50-yard run. I feel like I'm good to go, right?
Yes.
Dust off the cleats.
Lakeland has right now, it seems to generate itself a good running rhythm at the moment. And you know, going to keep it going. Substitution coming out onto the field for Lakeland. It looks like the defense is piling up for this one. Let's see.
A little old school ball here, Eddie.
Yep, the snap is back once again to
Lakeland
Cooper on the carry.
Surging forward,
And he's
turning
still
the legs,
going with a
pushing
little
Kyle
bit of
inside
help
the
from
10-yard
his
line.
offensive line, especially number 77 right there. Giving him a big boost. Priester on the extra hand for Lakeland. It's going to bring up second down and about 5 yards to go. Just reaching close to the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Man in motion, the snap to Hendricks, and he's going to go ahead and keep this one. Looking for some blockers, still on his feet, but tackled. And that is number 13 on the stop, Anthony Laguerre.
Short of the first down there. This is going to bring up a third down opportunity.
Big 3rd and 1 right here. Let's see if West Broward can get a stop or if Lakeland converts.
What'd you think of the little misdirection there? You got Howard, one of your star wide receivers, coming from near side to far side. Then you come back against the grain here with the quarterback and the running back.
Yeah,
You with it, Eddie?
Keep the defense guessing, man. Add some confusion. Here we go.
Running
3rd and
back
1.
switch here.
And he's tackled right away.
Great job there. Number 8 came up.
That is
Perfect timing.
Alex and Salem right
Not
there
to be-
for the stop, and he is fired
That's
up.
his
Ball
ball
was handed to
carrier
number
as the
4,
ball got there.
Stewart Butler, senior running back, and loss of about 5 yards on the play. So here we go,
That's all
4th
the way
down
back
and
to
about
the
5 yards, and we're
10-yard
going to have
line.
our first field goal attempt of the game. Back out onto the field,
Lakeland's
number
gonna send out
50,
the field goal unit.
Porter Hunt. And this looks to be about a 26-yard field goal attempt.
And how about the 5'9" sophomore rocketing right through the gap and dropping the running back there, Eddie? That was a fantastic bring down by the 10th grader.
Good job reading that one right there.
Here we go, Hunt. Remember the extra point, he hit the left upright. Opportunity to redeem himself here.
There goes a snap. Good hold. Kick is up. Has distance. And it's through the uprights. It's good. And Lakeland will tag on 3 points to their lead. And your score now with just 2:08 to go. West Broward Bobcats 0 and the Lakeland Dreadnaughts 9. It was a good kick. Just enough to get through the uprights.
Yeah, there you go, Porter. You told me earlier, Eddie, you like a good redemption story, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
Good crowd in attendance here tonight. A handful of fans from Polk County here to support the Lakeland Dreadnaughts, and a good handful of fans as well that have made the trip from Pembroke Pines.
Rumor has it they're going to push this stadium to all its boundaries in attendance tomorrow night as the Broncos are in the house, Eddie.
Yes.
You buying that narrative?
Oh, I'm excited for that one. More on this exciting 3-day lineup that we got in store for us here at the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic.
Still opportunity to get some tickets. Sports for
Yes.
Change.
Sports for Change.
Look up the website. Come through.
Yes. You do not want to miss it, especially a high anticipated matchup between the Northwestern Bulls from Miami taking on the host, Palm Beach Central Broncos. And here goes the kick. And it looks like we're going to have a return. This is one tackle, spins away trying to stay on his feet, but number 3, Ryan Walker, is brought down by number 11. That is Charles Calhoun on the stop.
Yeah, there's your boy Calhoun again, Eddie. That was really tough. It's really hard to hold on to somebody's cleats when they're trying to run away from you.
Oh, yes, and that's the senior on the tackle. You know, you have a handful of seniors on this Lakeland team with so much playoff experience and already have played for 2 state titles. It's a lot of experience out there on the field for this Lakeland football team.
Watch out for 8 on that far side. He's flipped over to the right.
Receiver in motion for West Broward. Snap to Miller. Fakes the handoff, keeps it. Quick pass is complete. Following his blocker, spins away.
Wide receiver screen is complete.
And it looks like that was number 9, Jamal Billups, on the reception for Bobcats. First time we call his name tonight.
Good quick decision by the quarterback. Harvey's crashing in from that right-hand side. He tries to scoop inside. Luckily, he's got the screen out to the left-hand side, so he's got a clean passing avenue. Boom, hits his receiver. Nice little pickup there.
This time he fakes the handoff. Quarterback keeper on his feet. Number 2, Jaden Miller. And we have a penalty on the play. A lot of emotions going on. Another flag.
Another one.
We got multiple penalty flags fly after the play.
A lot of intensity out there on the field. A lot of emotion. Each of these teams having something to prove, you know. Even if it is a preseason kickoff classic game.
I was hoping we'd get some fire, Eddie. There we go.
We got personal fouls on both teams.
Personal fouls against both teams out there.
And I think it was number 16, Deshaun Smalls, the junior linebacker on the bring down.
On the offense. We got a dead ball, personal foul on the defense. They offset, first down.
And it's going to be a first down for the Bobcats. I'm really liking that the referees are mic'd up down here.
There you go. That's how we talk about it. That's the big show that they throw down here at Palm Beach Central, Eddie.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love it.
Roll out the carpet.
First and 10 for the Bobcats. Approaching the 1-minute mark left in the first quarter. Snap, hands it off to his running back, trying to break away from a few tackles, and he's tackled immediately right there. That is Jalen Harris on the carry for the Bobcats. And he was met right away by a host of Lakeland defenders. I know number 16 on the tackle right there.
Yep.
Once again, Deshaun Smalls, junior linebacker.
Yeah, of course, the line eats up all the blocks, gives the linebackers some freedom to chase that one down, wrap them up big time.
Looks like we may get one more play before the end of the first quarter here. Second down and 11, loss of about 1, the snap. Quarterback has time, and pass is complete.
Pass is caught. Good throw. Good catch. Just shy of the first down.
Looks like that is number 10 on the reception. Trying to read the numbers here correctly. Jontavius Jones.
Third and short. Jones.
That's going to bring up third and about 2.
A little bit of pressure there from Lakeland. They end up bringing a fourth here to try to put a little extra pressure, but able to slide it in, pick up a good game.
And that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Your score as we head into the second quarter, it is the West Broward Bobcats 0 and the Lakeland Dreadnaughts 9. And once again, we would like to recognize our fellow sponsors, the Appleseed Learning Center. We plant the seeds. Marshall Catering, Edmund Empire Production, Danny Nemus, Circle Cuts Lawn Service, TLC Atkins Tender Loving Care. Like to thank those fellow sponsors of us here in day 1, game 1 of the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic. We are a part of this exciting 3-day event that is in store for exciting matchups, especially tomorrow night when the host Palm Beach Central Broncos take on the Northwestern Bulls from Miami, the Class 3A state runner-ups.
Absolutely. And, of course, this is just a little bit of a peek into what Sports for Change does. So make sure to check out the Sports for Change website, sportsforchange.com. Of course, that's F-O-R, not the number 4, headed by head coach Ira Reynolds, of course, former state championship winner with FAMU DRS, and they do a lot of great things in the community, not just the football games that we see this weekend, Eddie. So if you're looking for tickets, check them out. Looking for sponsorships, still opportunities. Make sure to hit them up, sportsforchange.com.
And it looks like we're going to have a false start penalty right here on West Broward.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard
Yes,
penalty, still
absolutely. Shout out to Coach Reynolds and all that he does. Still highly recognized and well known back in our neck of the woods in Tallahassee.
You know, a lot of shady stuff going out there in the world of sports, but it's good to see when some people get some things right and are doing it for the kids and presenting some cool opportunities for the community like we have here. I mean, where else are you going to get 6 top 40 ranked teams here in the state of Florida at a really great opportunity?
Snap to Miller. Has pressure, still on his feet, and he's going to be brought down. And a penalty, that could be necessary roughness right there on Lakeland.
That was a close one for me, Eddie.
I agree. And, you know, ladies and gentlemen, we're still years away from instant replay.
As far as the officials are concerned.
Personal foul. Illegal helmet contact on
Yep.
the defense.
Illegal helmet-to-helmet contact called on the defense for the Lakeland Dreadnaughts. That one hurts, and it's going to result in an automatic first down.
Okay. So that I can get on board with. It was more about the placement of the contact, so there you got to protect the head and neck, right? Player safety is going to be a huge emphasis again going into the 26th season.
Absolutely.
Not the late hit, just for clarification.
And that is all of high school football in the Sunshine State of Florida. The snap to Miller. Hands it off to his running back, and he's just going to pass midfield. Looks like that's number 20 once again, Jalen Harris on the carry.
And good little scoop, able to trip him up as he's launching through the line there. Limit the damage, still give him a second down and long here for this Lakeland defensive front that's been pretty mean out here tonight.
I was going to say, this is a very good defensive line right here by Lakeland. The best defenses to represent Polk County. The snap. Quick pass is complete. And that is number 4, Tyreek Harris.
Harris on the catch, gain of 3 on the play. It's going to bring a third down for the Bobcats.
Gain of about maybe 1 on the play, so about third down, maybe 5 yards to go.
That was a good wrap up on the far side. You don't want to give Harris a lot of real estate. He's shifty. He's quick on the perimeter. So they're going to try to get him in pockets with space, let him do a little run after the catch. So they already picked up a couple there, Eddie. So it's not a third down and long, piece by piece.
Yeah, let's see if they can convert with about 4 receivers lined out. Spread out. Man in motion. Snap to Miller. Has time. Pressure is coming. Avoids one tackle. Throw. That could be a live ball. Is that a fumble?
Quarterback under pressure. Going to rule that maybe a lateral. We're going to wait and see what the officials.
Let's see what the officials will say. What do you think, Jupe?
I think the PA announcer's right. I think he's right on it. Looked like a backward toss. I thought it was going to be grounding, but it's probably going to get ruled lateral, and wherever it went out of play is probably where they're going to spot this one.
And that is result of a loss of yards right there. That's going to make it 4th and very long. And it looks like they're going to punt away, snapping from their own 41-yard line.
It was at Harvey on the pressure. It looked like to hold on to the quarterback there, number 8.
Number 8, Santana Harvey.
Yeah, and that's the big dog. That's the Clemson commit that they're really psyched about. Of course, sad loss for Lakeland earlier in the season is Sapp, their other defensive front man, goes down for the season with an injury. He's a Colorado commit, also a senior.
There goes the punt. And looks like number 7, Joseph Howard, was ready for a possible return. And looks like we're going to have a penalty just on the sidelines over there. Let's see what's going on.
How are your lip reading skills, Eddie? Maybe we can get a zoom in on this one, see if you can pick up what's going on.
I think there were 2 Lakeland players very close to that West Broward sideline over there. I don't know if there was a bit of some talking going on.
Maybe they're thinking about hitting the local Dave & Buster's after the game. They were just talking about getting some numbers.
And let's see what the official.
After the play, we have a dead ball, personal foul on the offense for the kicking team. 15 yards from the end of the kick, this way, first down.
That is a huge penalty right there. And that's going to give Lakeland great field position for the start of this next offensive drive of theirs. Right at midfield.
And that's the second time, right, that they've had it at midfield to start an offensive possession?
Correct.
You open it up, Eddie, for a little trick play. This feels like the spot if you're going to do it.
Now would be a good time.
1st and 10 to the 50.
One receiver lined up, far bottom right here to the 50-yard line. Snap to Hendricks, and he hands it off to his running back. That's number 4, Stuart Butler on the carry. And he is brought down just at the 45-yard line. Looks like that was number 25, Tylon Davis on the stop for West Broward. Gain of about 5 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, and with preseason, I wonder how many more times that we're going to see Amari Cooper, number 5, the tailback, who, of course, started out, had a couple big runs.
Like to switch it up, mix it up a bit.
Dave might be done.
There goes the snap. Good time. He's going to take one downfield. Has a receiver, but just overthrows him.
Pass falls incomplete.
Pass intended. What looks to be that is number 11. Charles.
Penalty flags down at the
But it looks like
30-yard line.
got a penalty on the play. Let's see. Pass was intended for number 10, Rashad Kelly.
Holding on the defense, 10 yards from the previous spot, enough for a first down.
And another penalty called on West Broward. This time it's a holding on the defense, and that moves the chains for the Lakeland Dreadnaughts to go into deeper territory.
1st and 10, Lakeland at the 35-yard line.
Obviously, he'll never like a penalty here, Eddie, but I think I'm okay with that if I'm a Bobcat fan. If he doesn't hook him there, I think he's in for 6.
Player in motion, and there goes the snap. Hands it off to his running back. Cuts just outside, still on his feet, still moving. And bulldozing his
Big
way
time run
to
there by number
the
4, finally tackled at
15-yard
the
line. That is
15-yard line.
number
It'll be
4,
1st and 10.
Stuart Butler on the carry for Lakeland.
Butler with another big run there. Good job by the DB stopping him from the end zone.
Yeah, they like hitting the perimeters, Eddie. That's now 2 of their big runs, both coming on the outside to the right this time, and then, of course, on the previous one, the outside to the left.
And that looks like it was number 14 on the stop, Isaac Benya.
That's a good open field tackle. Also might have saved the touchdown.
Fakes the handoff, quarterback running to his left, throws downfield,
Really good throw.
and pass is
broken up there.
incomplete.
Good job by the
Broken
DB.
up by number 25. That is Tylon Davis on the stop, batting down that pass right there. Looks like it was intended for number 1, Cameron Fuse.
There you go. That's your boy, Eddie. Also, I think Justin Jones was in there for West Broward as well, but a good defensive effort for them after back-to-back what could have been touchdown-saving plays.
Absolutely, and that stops the clock at 8:40 left until halftime. Stay tuned, possibly look up some scores later on, back up in North Florida and maybe the surrounding area. 2nd and 10, here goes the snap and hands off to his running back, still on his feet. And is that a fumble, but they're gonna rule him down.
Quarterback inside the 5-yard
He is down,
line.
and
Brown
that
caused
is
the fumble, so
number
they mark him
12 on the
down
carry,
right there at the
Xavion
2-yard line.
Mitchell.
Number 12, Mitchell. 1st and goal.
Was very eager to get that touchdown, but just came up short at around the 2-yard line. So now, 1st and goal.
So it's a 3rd different rusher that we've seen here for Lakeland. And it looks like Cooper, number 5, is going to be the tailback in the back here. So you kind of get your bruiser.
Penalty flags fly right before the snap.
Let's see, penalty on the play. Looks like it's going to be called on the defense. Another penalty on the Bobcats.
We're going to get it. Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense after this is to the goal. Still 1st down.
Encroachment called on the defense and the officials, and there it is.
I like the preemptive crowd control there. Let him know, hey, I got this. Everything's cool.
Yeah. 8 minutes remaining till the end of the 1st half. There goes the snap. Ball's handed off to
Cooper, ball
Cooper.
carrier.
Runs up the middle.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Lakeland Dreadnaughts.
Lakeland with another touchdown.
Cooper's 2nd one of the day.
Offensive line doing a good job and open up the middle. Cooper powers his way in the end zone.
Tag on 6 points. Number 50, Porter Hunt for the extra point.
Snap,
Kick
hold,
is
kick.
up, and it's through the uprights. It's good. And now your score with 7:49 left in the 2nd quarter. The West
16-0,
Broward
Lakeland
Bobcats
on top.
0, and the Lakeland Dreadnaughts cruising through with 16. Cooper has definitely been the lethal force right here for this Lakeland offense, Jupe, man. And it started with that first instant touchdown, and once again gets his 2nd one.
Does he have your inside track for the Sports for Change player of the game here tonight, Eddie?
So far, yeah, if we're doing players of the game, he is definitely at the lead right now.
Who were some of your other early nominees? Who you liking? Who you liking?
I'm liking on the defensive side as well, you know. I mean, you have to mention Santana Harvey, too, has been quite a big help on this Lakeland defense at the helm, leading them. So you got 2 good nominees so far.
Okay.
Let's see who's going to step up here for the West Broward Bobcats, who have had a few sparks here and there, just can't generate some, you know, consistency, and we'll see if they can get it going before halftime. Keep in mind, I do think that Lakeland will receive for the start of the 2nd half.
I think the DJ's got to get some love as well here, Eddie. He's been keeping the energy high.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Underrated performance out here tonight by the stadium DJ here at Bronco Field.
There goes the kick. This one's going to be returned. And tackled right away. That is number 10, Jontavius Jones on the return for the Bobcats. Tackled right away by a host of Lakeland players. Had number 3, Jordan Young, along with number 32, Muhammad Hudson, and a handful of others on the stop. 1st and 10, Bobcats will take over what looks to be just around their own 23-yard line.
Couple bodies change on that D-line. C.J. Allen, number 56, Antonio Davis, number 21 in. Keep the fresh pressure here coming for Lakeland.
And we have a penalty on the play. Let's see.
Dead ball. Ball start on the offense.
And a false start called on the offense for the Bobcats. A little bit of the frustrations that's going on. It looks like we're going to have a new quarterback in. There goes snap, quarterback keeper on his feet, runs up the middle. That is number 7, Kane Garbett.
Gonna be 2nd down.
Yeah, new quarterback in now on offense for the Bobcats. Let's see how this will turn out as he picks up a few yards on that one, making it 2nd down and about 6. Snap, has time, pressure's coming, throws downfield, has a receiver, caught ball, pass is complete, still on his feet, players are coming from behind him, and he's going to be in, touchdown, West Broward Bobcats, wide receiver number 10, Jontavius Jones, pass was complete by number 7, Kane Garbett.
By number 7, Garbett. West Broward Bobcats are on the board.
And the Bobcats are on the board for the first time in this ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Not a bad adjustment, hey, Eddie?
Yeah.
How about Jones? Just a freshman, Eddie.
What I was really most impressed was his extended reach for the ball when he caught it. That was amazing.
How many times have you seen that ball be dropped?
That's rare.
Yeah.
But a handful of times. 2-point conversion attempt. They're looking to make this a 8-point game. Score. Throws to the corner of the end zone. Has a man, but just out of reach. That was for number 1, Carlos Avila Lopez, the intended receiver. But your score now here in the first half, with 6:59 in the 2nd quarter, West Broward Bobcats 6 and the Lakeland Dreadnaughts 16.
Reception, ball is picked off, and he's still on his feet, and he's gonna take this one to the house. One man to beat. He's in the end zone, touchdown. That is a pick 6. Number 11, Charles Calhoun.
Number 11, Calhoun, picks it off and takes it to the house.
Number 11, Charles Calhoun. Looks like he had good eyes on reading that one and was able to intercept that one. Cashes it in for 6.
And the best part of the modern game, Eddie, is you just had a pick 6, so now what do? You run over to the TV and tell coach to run that back. You want to see it how it looked on the broadcast. Go down to the big sideline TV there.
Extra point is up through the uprights. It's good. And now your score here in the second quarter with 5:26 to go. It is the West Broward Bobcats 6 and the Lakeland Dreadnaughts 23.
There you go. There's the view.
Yep, it looks like the players definitely want to. They're like, yeah, run that back. I want to see.
See that on social media tonight, Eddie.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Both teams have really good social media following platforms over there in Polk County and, of course, down there in the 305 from Dade County to Broward, even stretching all the way up here to Palm Beach County.
Yeah, and what city is West Broward from, Eddie?
West Broward just happens to be from Pembroke Pines, just down there in Broward County. Actually, not that far from where.
Hey, there
So,
you go.
yeah.
So is she pro West Broward, or is she more of a Lakeland type?
Coral Glades. Lakeland setting up to kick. DJ is in action here tonight, doing a really good job. The classic jump on it. There goes the kick. false start penalty on the punt team, and that's going to back them up and gives a little bit more of an opportunity for a good return here for West Broward. 154.
Jones got a ton of real estate if this one gets punted deep enough, Eddie.
And a chance for a good return.
Looks like they're going to come after it, though. They're going to try to block this one. They've gotten
I see
pretty
the pressure.
good pressure. Yeah, last 2 times they've almost gotten there.
Here it comes, another little waddly snap, almost blocked, just gets it off and takes a bounce, and looks like a few players are going to stay away from that one. Let it be bounce down, and Bobcats will take it over right at their own 30-yard line. So let's see what West Broward can do with just 1:43 left before halftime. You know, you definitely want to go into halftime with some points and bring this back to within a 2-score game.
You got an opportunity. You still have, like you said, 103 seconds, Eddie. You got a pair of timeouts still at your leisure. So 70 yards isn't out of the question.
Each team 2 timeouts. Anything can happen. And at quarterback is number 7, King Barber.
Doesn't look like it.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense.
Oh, and looks like we're going to have a...
First down.
That's it. You heard it from the officials. Personal foul called on the defense. Face mask. That's a big one.
The 41-yard line.
So, of course, you got to like that movement. How about the quarterback buying a little extra time? And how about the improvisation of you have the receiver, he's staying short, but you got to scramble, go deep. He tells them, he says, no, get off the route, break it. We're improvising now. Gives themselves a shot. Obviously, reverse engineer that. They get the penalty anyways, but I like where the quarterback's head's at, being able to kind of push things, try to get downfield, try to make something happen when the play's broken.
And looks like one of the coaches for Lakeland is not liking what he's seeing. I don't know if a timeout was called. Probably was. First and 10. Bobcats at their own 41-yard line, looking to get some points on the board before halftime. Lakeland will receive the second half kickoff.
And they've gotten 10 yards, only used 18 seconds, Eddie.
And there goes the snap and another whistle on the play. Let's see what this is. Penalty on the far side of the field over there. Could be.
Is it on the shift?
Most of the time that could be the case, and that is.
Dead ball encroachment on the defense.
But instead, it's encroachment.
Oh. So now a couple penalties on the defense.
Yeah, a few things not going Lakeland's way right now. Receiver in motion. There goes the snap. Quarterback's got pressure coming. Pass looked like it looked like it was deflected, and another penalty in the backfield. Let's see what this will be.
3 in a row.
Roughing the passer.
Oh, roughing the passer.
Initial call is roughing the passer.
You've had encroachment, face mask, and now roughing the passer. What is going on right now?
3 in a row. West Broward's moving the ball, doing it, I guess, the hard way.
And it's only like 10 seconds per, play that's been taken off.
Yeah, I mean, they started the possession with 1:43, so.
Roughing the passer on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
So, of course, this is going to give him an opportunity, regardless of how you cut it.
Free real estate, as some would like to say.
There you go.
Result of the penalty moves the ball inside the 40-yard line. Now
And the Bobcats once again in business, courtesy of a penalty now in Lakeland territory.
31 yards already picked up here on this drive.
There goes the snap. Quarterback has time. Pressure avoided, another penalty, but I think this time it's going to be on the offense.
Sack on the play.
Yeah.
That's a good shoestring tackle there.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Davis, 21, coming off here on the near side?
Yeah.
I believe it was him that got in there on the quarterback.
Antonio Davis, senior defensive end. And I think we're going to have a timeout by the looks of it called by Lakeland.
On the play, Davis with the sack there.
So 4th consecutive penalty for the game. But, of course, this one being on the offense, the defense says, let's let it ride.
With a minute and 6 seconds.
Loss of what, 13 on that play on the sack?
Yeah, that was a big one.
Look out. Yeah, defensive line's been fun to watch, though. Antonio Davis, number 21. Then, of course, you got 99, McNeil. And, of course, the big dog, the headliner, Harvey. Also being sprinkled in here, I'm liking what I'm seeing from C.J. Allen. He's kind of floating into that kind of nose guard position in the middle of that defensive line.
Both teams making their way back out onto the field. Got a few scores for you ladies and gentlemen coming up at halftime. A few games back in the North Florida area and maybe in the surrounding areas. I know several teams have now started their season. Second down and long, the snap. Quarterback has time. He's going to go ahead and keep it and slides through.
Keep it, slides forward.
Kane Garbutt on the carry, the quarterback keeper, and
it's going to be 3rd and long.
looks like he was hit pretty hard on that run right there, Jupe. Having a tough time getting up at the moment.
Have an injury at the 42-yard line.
And it looks like we're going to take a moment.
Yeah, it looks like a little whiplash there as he kind of got jostled back. It looks like he went back on the turf there. Not malicious, just one of those contact football plays there. Tough timing. And of course, with that, looks like we're getting a little quarterback switch. Timeout on the field.
All right, and glad to see he's up. Makes his way to the sidelines. Right now, we don't have any scores from back home up in North Florida, but a few games going on around the South Florida and Central Florida area. Marriott Island Christian leading 20-0 over Orlando Christian Prep. Clewiston up 6-0 against Frostproof. That's just a few miles away over there, down near the sugarcane fields.
of course, slim pickings here tonight, Eddie. Of course, with a little Thursday night affair in the preseason. And, you know, they're still getting to that form here with the games. So as we start to get flowing throughout the season, we'll start to see some more updates coming through here. Big slate tomorrow night all across the state. A lot of teams getting after it, whether it be the Kickoff Classic, like we'll have the big show here tomorrow night with Palm Beach Central against Miami Northwestern, or throughout the showcase here, of course, but a great slate here at the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic.
Absolutely. And now back to the action here. It's 3rd down and long for the Bobcats, and coming back at quarterback is number 2, Jalen Miller. Has time. He's going to throw downfield. Intercepted. Defender tries to stiff arm his way back upfield, but not being let go, and the whistle is finally blown dead.
He wants to run that one out anyways, Eddie.
And that is number 6 on the interception right there, Ahmad Watts.
Talked about the secondary being dangerous as far as this Lakeland team. Corners on the perimeter doing some damage. 2nd interception here as they're able to take care of business. And going to put a exclamation mark on the first half here, Eddie.
Yeah, absolutely. 41 seconds to go. Let's see if Lakeland will have one more play, one more shot, attempting downfield, quick pass, complete. That is number 7 on the reception, trying to stiff arm his way upfield. The number 7, Joseph Howard, tackled by a few Bobcats right there. That is number 21, Justin Jones on the stop. And just a reminder, fans, stay tuned. About 30 seconds away, we're going to be joined with Coach Reynolds in just a few moments here at halftime. And there goes another quick pass complete for Lakeland, and he's brought out of bounds. Looks like that's number 10 on the reception, Rashad Kelly. 16.7 seconds. 16.7 seconds remaining until halftime. You always gotta say that point extra seconds right there.
How about the point guard out here, Eddie? Decisive, quick passes, hit your receiver, let them do their work. In this case, obviously getting out of bounds, moving the ball. Lakeland's going to have a chance at this thing if they want to go ahead and sling it. It looks like if they get one more reception, about 10 yards.
There goes the snap. Quarterback has time, but he's going to go ahead and keep it. He's going to try to run downfield. Has the first down. Will the clock stop briefly or no?
Clock continues to roll.
It stops briefly, so 4.2.
Clock does stop, just over 4 seconds remaining.
Which means they have to hurry up and spike it if they want to attempt one more Hail Mary play. And it stopped.
Spike it down.
But a penalty marker.
Snap infraction by the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Yeah, we don't want to hit you over here. Okay. On the headset.
And there goes the clock. And that'll do it. And we have reached the end of the first half. And that is going to be halftime. And your score, the West Broward Bobcats 6 and the Lakeland Dreadnaughts 23.
Bobcats. 6.
Once again, you are watching the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic live streaming here on 4 Quarters Online. We'd like to recognize some of our sponsors, the Appleseed Learning Center, Marshall Catering, Edmund, Empire Production, Danny Nemus, Circle Cuts Lawn Service, and TLC Atkins Tender Loving Care. We thank our fellow sponsors that are a big help to us here at the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic, streamed live here on 4 Quarters Online, and we're going to be joined here now in a few moments with Coach Reynolds.
Clear for me. I keep bumping my head into this thing. Look at you or get a camera.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here with And we're back here now with the halftime show here of the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic, and we are joined by the man that has put all of this together, including us bringing back us down here to South Florida, Coach Reynolds. It's great to see you again. Tell us just how you been, how are things going, and how are you enjoying this venue here tonight with these two teams?
Well, I'm doing fine, and I'd like to thank Four Quarters Online for coming down to do this great live stream for us. We're excited. We're excited. It's preseason football at its best. Both teams are pegged to do very well this season. Enjoying the atmosphere, and anytime I'm around football, I'm in my space.
Yes, absolutely. Tell us more about the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic and what it stands for, and what it represents to a lot of people that are familiar with it and those that don't know.
Well, Sports for Change is an organization that created a platform for young men and women to go out and showcase their talent. It's a preseason. Many of the recruiters, although they may not be in their uniform, but they're here. Okay, we have a number of D1 prospects that are here. But it's a chance for coaches to get a good look at their players playing a quality team. And Sports for Change, the change, that's the one thing that we look for different things to do. We're going to do other sports as well, but certainly it's here designed to bring the community together while seeing some quality football.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We were looking down the numbers, 100 players total as far as college prospects, and at least a handful of teams looking at them, like 6 well-known ones we know. The Miami Hurricanes have a handful of, prospects that they're looking at, along with Florida State, Auburn, Indiana. The list goes on, the proud national champions. Tell us, how do you feel about, what it's done for a lot of these young men to be recognized by so many great, big-name major schools?
Well, I've been coaching high school football for 38 years, and 20 of those was a head coach. And part of my responsibility is to help kids get recruited. Well, this platform, this event, gives them the opportunity to play against the quality teams and get some great experience. Now, while also the coaches getting a good look at where the guys are at the beginning of the season.
Yes, absolutely. We have a handful of amazing teams here. Of course, we have West Broward and Lakeland, both teams respectively last year, Class 5A and 6A state runner-ups. Tomorrow night, you're going to have a big one, of course. Palm Beach Central is going to take on Northwestern from Miami, and then closing it on Saturday, Chaminade Madonna and Norland Vikings from Miami. These are some big names you managed to bring here to this venue, Coach.
Well, yeah, thank you. And as basically, I have a relationship with these coaches, and even ones that would like to get in it. We only could have so many games, but the key to it all is community, family, coaches, recruiting, and just quality football at the beginning of the season. Now, I'd like to have these teams back, of course, but we want to change it up a little bit and have other teams come in. And we are looking at possibly doing a national competition as well.
Oh, exciting future for the Sports for Change Foundation for sure. And tickets are still available online on the website at sportsforchange.org. You can still get them now for Friday and Saturday. Coach Reynolds, thank you so much for joining us at halftime, and look to hear from you again as the venue continues these next 2 days.
My pleasure. Thank you so very much.
And we're back now for the start of the second half here at the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic. Game 1, the West Broward Bobcats taking on the Lakeland Dreadnaughts.
Bobcats going to send it deep from the 40.
Looks like a little ball trouble right there.
You think they go onside kick like they did last time here, Eddie?
They were successful. Let's see, but it looks like Lakeland might be anticipating that again, and there goes just a bounce, and it's going to be returned. That is number 16 on the return, still on his feet. Deshaun Smalls, and he's going to give the Lakeland Dreadnaughts great field position to start this second half. Now, during halftime, we were checking on some scores from back home or in the local area, and Niceville and Fort Walton Beach are tied at 7 in the second quarter. And in this surrounding area, we know that the Palm Beach Lakes Rams are up 28-0 against the Boca Raton Bobcats. Lake Mary taking on Buellholz from Gainesville, up 17-7 at the half. So those are some scores for you right there. A few Kickoff Classic venues that are going on a Thursday night. And 1st and 10.
I think the DJ's battery's getting low here, Eddie.
Yep. And there it is. He's on the carry right now. He's got daylight ahead of him, still on his feet, and he is in. Touchdown. Lakeland Dreadnaughts, that is number 2. Keelan Hendricks takes it all the way to the house. That's 6 on the board. Good job on the quarterback keeper to fake the handoff. Interesting sound going off at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not know where that is coming from, but yeah. Seems someone's having some technical difficulties. Extra point is up through the uprights, and it's good. And your score now with 11:39 to go here in the third quarter. It is the West Broward Bobcats 6 and the Lakeland Dreadnaughts 30. Lakeland lining it up to punt. That is number 50, Porter Hunt.
Mr. Lewis, if you could check your phone.
Crowd giving him some help.
Yeah. That's at least gone off like 12, 13 times now. And there goes the kick by Hunt. It looks like this one's going to be returned. Avoids one tackle and runs into a host of Lakeland players. Just gets to about the 19-yard line where West Broward will take over.
Good job there, taken down at the 19-yard line. They'll take over for the Bobcats, 1st and 10.
Yeah, 6 Dreadnaughts collapsing on that ball, Eddie. All over it.
So 1st and 10 from the Bobcats' very own 19-yard line. Receiver in motion. There goes the snap. Pass is complete. That is number 18, Mario Agnant, on the reception. Gain of maybe 1 on the play right there for the Bobcats. It looks like we have a man down for Lakeland at the moment, so be a brief injury timeout.
Might be a little crampage here, Eddie. Seen a number 3 or 4 Lakeland players getting stretched out here on the near sideline. Of course, 'tis the season.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely want to stay hydrated during the off season, especially summertime in Florida. Just now wrapping up for a lot of these young men as they start the school year.
Good PSA. Don't forget to drink that water. Here, the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic Pro Water, Pro Hydration program. Throw it on by Coach Reynolds here today. Of course, what'd you think of the action so far, Eddie? We've got a beautiful night for football. They said it would be hot down here, but I think it's quite lovely temperature out here this evening. What'd you think?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I think we came in good timing. I mean, for a moment, too, it was briefly cloudy. You thought there was going to be some problem with the rain maybe or so, but it just briefly went away and brought in a little bit of a cool breeze. It's what I call that nice South Florida breeze that you get once in a while. You know, West Palm Beach is not that far from here. So, yeah.
What do you want to see from West Broward here as we get action resumed?
Well, second down and about 11 yards to go, and there goes the snap, and he hands it to his running back, and a good run, but boy, did he take a hit.
Was that your boy Calhoun again?
Yep, once again, Charles Calhoun on a big hit, and he is fired up after that one. Jalen Harris on the run, number 20.
Yes, of course, during the break, we were wondering how many of the starters we would see here to get going on the back half, but it looks like at least defensively, most of those players here for Lakeland still rocking with it.
Snap to Garbutt. Has time, throws, pass intended, had a good look, and that was intended for number 1, Carlos Avila Lopez. And that's going to bring up 4th down. You know, just keep playing, you know, don't stop. You know, this is a really good team that, you know, West Broward is playing, but also West Broward themselves are a good team as well. A lot to look forward to as they get ready to start the up-and-coming 2026 regular season next week. More on that later on. Same with the Lakeland Dreadnaughts and their big first game of the season that's coming up.
Yeah, 4 Dreadnaughts in the area, too, on that deflected ball, and I think they'll be frustrated that they didn't get their 3rd interception.
Yes, that's right. This defense has achieved 2 interceptions, one of them for pick 6.
Watch the pressure here on this punt.
High snap. There goes the punt. And it looks like it's going to be returned right there, and that is number 7, Joseph Howard. A good little head start on that return, you know, had a little bit of a jump and then speeded his way just to around the 36-yard line.
Once again, fantastic field position to start things out here for Lakeland, so credit to the defense for holding strong, and of course a big return there. I think it's the 4th time they've started either midfield or better in plus territory out here this evening. So, of course, I could talk about the offense looking good when they're able to score, but that complimentary football of, hey, the defense is setting you up in a big way. Let's see if they can pay it off again.
On 1st and 10, snap, fakes the handoff, quick pass is complete, and this time that's going to be number 37 on the reception, Corey Swanson on the reception right there for Lakeland, the junior tight end. First time we call his name tonight.
Say, love to get the bruiser out in open space, rumbling down the near sideline here. Seeing if he could throw a stiff arm anybody's way.
Yeah.
Way to look at him for the big tight end, though. Nice little showcase of hands there.
And also got the first down. Now they're moving the chains, and here we go. About 2 receivers lined up. 2 runners in the backfield. And this time it's going to be handed off. That's number 12, Xavion Mitchell, trying to break away from a tackle, but looks like one knee was down just a yard short of the first down marker to get. But it looks like we have a penalty flag just on the far side of the field, it looks like. Let's see what this will be.
I think that's the first time that we've seen Lakeland go I formation there, Eddie, if I'm not mistaken. Quarterback tucks in under center. Of course, you got the fullback and the running back.
On West Broward.
And the officials calling a sideline warning. A little bit of emotions right now on the other side of the field right now for West Broward.
2nd and 1.
Quick pass, complete. Looking for blockers.
Pass complete to number 7. Catches the ball.
Joseph
first down,
Howard
shows some
on
good
the
move.
reception.
Inside
Looks
the
like a few
15-yard line.
tackles
Home
made right there. I
13-yard
saw
line.
number 15, Carson Bell. Defensive lineman, the sophomore for Bobcats. That's going to be, looks to be a 1st and 10 for Lakeland. In business, 9 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, leading big 30-6. Quarterback is number 2, Keelan Hendricks. He hands it off to his running back, breaks away from one tackle, still on his feet, and brought down just to the 5-yard line. That is number 4, Stuart Butler.
Once again, going I form. Of course, diving deep into the red zone. Of course, a lot of long scores for Lakeland. Eddie, I think it's 2, maybe only 3 times, despite Lakeland's 30, that they've been in the red zone here due to those long scores.
Get some substitutions in, we see right here by the offense. 2nd down, the snap. Some trickeration in the reverse.
Great play
And
there
he
by
is going to
Lakeland.
take that one in.
Walked into the end
Touchdown,
zone.
Lakeland Dreadnaughts. That is
Touchdown,
number
Lakeland.
10, Rashad Kelly.
Kelly with the touchdown.
I don't know what's better there, Eddie, that score, the touchdown moves afterwards.
I like the trick. I like the trickeration right there for Lakeland. We were talking about if we would see some of that tonight, and we finally did.
Of course, a great little end around. Of course, back-to-back plays coming on the I formation. Then you get back into the shotgun. You got a little max protect look. You're thinking, oh, probably RPO to one of the halfbacks. Wrong. Wide receiver comes around. Boom, able to cash it in. What a great play there for Lakeland offensively. Getting a little deep into the bag for the red zone.
Extra point is up, and through the uprights, it's good. And now your score here in the 3rd quarter with 8:10 remaining.
37-6.
Your score, West Broward Bobcats 6 and the Lakeland Dreadnaughts 37. And you know, we talk about how, you know, really good this defense is for Lakeland. And this offense generating some good momentum. I will say this will be a fun team to watch if you're a local from the Polk County area, especially now that they're in a much bigger district with teams that we're already familiar with, of course, that they had Lake Gibson and Sebring, but now they add on 2 other Polk County additions, Bartow, Arbandale, and the Kissimmee High. No, Osceola High from Kissimmee, the Cowboys.
Where does it rank on your list of districts?
Ooh, that's a very tough one right there. I think Lakeland on top, but man, Bartow and Arbandale, 2 teams in Polk County definitely on the rise. And we got a score update from back home in our neck of the woods. Rickards is up 21-0 against Reba. There goes the kick, possibly a return, and it will be.
Kick is returned to the 24-yard line. Bobcats take over. First
Looks like that
10.
was number 6,
Outside,
King
8 minutes remain in the 3rd quarter.
Sherrill on the return. Yeah, that district, I will say, man, Lakeland is definitely a favorite. But, you know, you can never be too sure because, like I said, Bartow and Arbandale are on the rise. And, hey, who was to say Osceola, being a different team in that mix, you never know what they're going to be capable of. And Sebring, definitely the underdogs of that district. Coach Scott and his Blue Streaks out of Highlands County.
Yeah, and with the reclassification, which seemingly happens every year now, that you never know who's going to end up in your districts. And, of course, a nice flavorful bunch here. It's going to be a really tough Class 5A District 6 here for Lakeland.
Receiver in motion for the Bobcats. Hands it off to his running back,
Inside
and he's
handoff.
tackled
Not
in the
much room there
backfield
in the middle.
for Lakeland.
Dreadnaughts clogging that middle up. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play, brings up about 2nd and 10. West Broward looking to get back into some rhythm in this game, try to find a way to finish the game strong and get a few positive things going before the start of their regular season. There goes the snap. Quarterback has some time. Pressure is coming, and he's going to throw this one out of bounds. On the other side of the field, you look at the West Broward Bobcats last season, the Class 6A state runner-ups, and you look at their district, pretty much almost the same. Cypress Bay out of Weston, Florida. Durrell Academy. You got Coleman from Miami, the Miami High, and Western out of Davie, Florida. That's a pretty competitive district right there for the Bobcats.
Of course, that's going to be 6A once again, District 15. 15 of the 16 districts. Hard to get farther south than that.
Yep. Snap. Quarterback has time. Quick pass. Nearly tipped and intercepted. Good hands play right there. I think that was guarded well right there by number 3, Jordan Young, the senior defensive back. Good hands play. I think he tried to find a teammate to see if he can tip it up and get an interception. Looks like that was number 4. Fourth down. 4th and 10. 2 returners in the backfield for Lakeland. 7:17 left in the first quarter. And it looks like we're going to have a fake punt.
Fake punt. Just shy.
And he is stopped right away. And
Dreadnaughts going to take
I want
over.
to say that it
Good field
was
position. 7:09 remain in the third quarter.
number 6 on the stop right there. That is Ahmad Watts.
Gotta like the moxie from those boys from Pembroke. Trying to go for it, catch him off guard. Took a little gamble. Of course, you'll get some jeers when it doesn't work out, but if it does, Eddie, a lot of cheers.
You know, and I think also this is a point in the game where it's like, yeah, you may not like what you're seeing on the scoreboard, but again, Kickoff Classic, see what you can do to generate some tempo. Penalty on the play.
Player down here for West Broward. Looks like another cramp.
Yeah, it looks like just going to take a moment, make sure he's all right.
Dead ball encroachment on the defense. 5-yard
Looks like
penalty,
we have,
still first down.
and the officials call the encroachment on the defense.
Gotta love when coach gets out there, takes matters into his own hands, start limbering up the players.
Absolutely.
What do you think of the change that we've seen here from Lakeland? Obviously, almost exclusively in that first half, kind of spread them out of the shotgun, right? 4 wide receiver with the 1 tailback. Now we've seen successive plays as we saw them line up in the I formation again. What do you think about the flow change here with the Dreadnaughts? Keeping it interesting.
Yeah, I like it. I think they opened up the playbook a little bit more. They want to get a chance to attempt some plays that they're going to probably want to use later on at the start of the regular season. And what works, what doesn't work, or what can be improved, and what they can do to get better. I like it.
Big picture, you surprised at what we've seen here tonight so far?
Yeah.
Obviously, understanding we're 29 minutes into the game.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, thought it would be, you know, we probably both thought we would see this as a big competitive game, given that both teams had such really good seasons last year, making it to play for state title games, both of them. But definitely the Lakeland Dreadnaughts have come out with a bang on this one, looking to make a statement before the start of the regular season.
And it looks like it was big Carter Miles, the 6'3" sophomore, number 12, the one who's being helped off, that was cramping up a little bit.
Timeout on the field. Timeout taken by Lakeland.
Looks like we have a timeout called by the Lakeland Dreadnaughts.
Indeed. Of course, I want to remind you, watching the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic here. If you're looking for some more football going on this weekend, Eddie, luckily there's more action going on here because there's still an opportunity for the big show tomorrow night, Eddie. I heard you can still get tickets. Where can you get those tickets for Palm Beach Central against Miami Northwestern right here from Bronco Stadium?
Yes, you can get those tickets online on the Sports for Change website. That is sportsforchange.org, I believe. And ticket information is found on the website. And it has the schedule, the times, and everything. And we are set for some exciting matchups as this three-day venue continues in day 2 tomorrow for a very exciting matchup. More on that later. Yes, you can get your tickets online on the Sports for Change website.
A little bit of a slow roll here in the second half, Eddie.
Yep, and there goes the snap finally. First and about 5, throws
Pass into the end
downfield,
zone.
wide open receiver,
Incomplete.
just overthrows him.
Bring up 2nd down and 5. Perfect play call.
And looks like that was intended for trying to see. Did not stop running after, he went for that one, disappeared for a brief moment, and now he's
into the dark.
Yes.
Man, I thought we were going to have to clip that and send it in to our boy Nate Burleson. I thought it was going to be a little toe drag swag there in the back of the end zone there, Eddie.
Joseph Howard, number 7, the intended receiver.
And of course, he's kind of that number 2 guy and kind of that 1-2 punch. Of course, we got your boy Fuse, and then Howard's kind of Fuse is the first left hand, and Howard's kind of that right hand. That's a dangerous receiving core that Lakeland's got here this season.
Oh, yes. It looks like, I think we got a penalty on the play. Let's see.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense, 5 yards.
And another encroachment called on the defense. I want to say that's either their 3rd or 4th one tonight.
Indeed.
Tonight we've seen a handful of some top college prospects on both sides of the ball, especially on the Lakeland side, showcasing their skills, and each of them being targeted by a lot of well-known schools throughout the state of Florida and country. There goes the snap. Hands it off to number 12. That is Mitchell.
Spins out of a tackle.
And he's brought down. Looks like a host of Bobcats
Brought down at the
saw
14-yard
number
line.
98, part of that company right there.
Good hard running, though. Didn't go down with the first man, kept on churning, keep those legs moving.
Yeah, absolutely, man. About 6 minutes to go in here in the 3rd quarter. Got one more quarter remaining. Here goes a snap. Hands it back off to Mitchell and
Lakeland
runs
right
up the
field
middle.
There, leaning on that offensive line, doing a good job. To depend on the spot.
Offensive
Close to the
line
first down.
giving a lot of running room for their
The
running backs
first and
tonight.
goal. First and goal for Lakeland.
Back
Looks
in
like
the red zone here, Eddie.
Yeah, it looks like you had Tylon Davis along with number 29, Steven Peterson, in company on the defensive stop for the Bobcats, and now it is 1st and goal. Lakeland looking to run up the score and get another one.
Got a lot of real estate if you want to try to throw a little fade route here near side. Want to go back to the air.
There goes a snap.
Pass in the
Quick
end zone.
pass is
Incomplete.
almost caught, but incomplete.
Just behind the receiver.
Who's looking for, Eddie? Was that Howard coming over the middle?
Looks like it, but I think it's a different number. Trying my best to see here, and it looks like some substitutions are coming in. That was intended what looks to be number 84, if I'm reading that number correctly. Or it could be 24 right there. Bryant Jr. The snap. Quarterback throws for the
Pass in the end
corner.
zone.
Caught ball. Touchdown. Lakeland Dreadnaughts.
Touchdown, Dreadnaughts.
That is number 7. Joseph Howard.
Howard went up, snatched that out of the air.
There
came
you
down
go.
the
He
end
ends up
zone.
getting it, Eddie. There's the payoff.
Absolutely, and a little bit of a touchdown dance. Still going.
I don't think it's a little bit. That's a lot of it.
Yeah.
Touchdown dance still rolling, Eddie.
He's having a fun night. Him and his teammates.
Scoring's fun, Eddie.
Yes.
Winning's pretty fun, too.
The senior receiver getting ready for his senior year. Kick is up,
Kick is up,
through the
kick is
uprights and
good.
good. And your score now with just 4:35 remaining in the third quarter. West Broward Bobcats 6 and the Lakeland Dreadnaughts 44.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the water break, because of the score, we will have a running clock.
There you go. Good catch. You see the Bronco Stadium personnel is in mid-season form. The clock operator keeping it rolling as we break the 35-point threshold. PA announcer on top of it as well. Rolling here. Gets me excited, Eddie, for the big show tomorrow night.
Oh, I'm excited. Definitely, yes.
Scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you?
I'm gonna rank that game on a if it was a national TV scale, man. I'm
On
gonna
the
give it. I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
9.5.
9.5,
Yeah.
or maybe just going ahead and give it a 10. I mean, you're hosting the Class 3A state runner-ups, who are now 4A, by the way.
Look out.
The Northwestern Bulls and Broncos of Palm Beach Central. Definitely looking forward to making a statement before they start the regular season coming up. The host here of the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic.
There you go. Shout out to Howard Jr. Of course, you talked about high-profile players. Not yet to commit, but offers from Wake Forest, Sacramento State, Furman, Rhode Island, Sanford on the table.
Yes.
So your boy Howard Jr. is making a little move for himself.
3 FCS and Sacramento State getting ready to make their debut as a MAC school.
There you go.
MAC action. We'll be seeing them on Tuesday and Wednesday nights at the midpoint of the college football season. And there goes the kick. Might roll out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty. And, of course, Wake Forest at the top out of the ACC over there in Winston-Salem.
It's going to be a penalty.
It looks like the Bobcats will start off with great field position.
Illegal kick out of bounds by the kicking team. First and 10, West Broward at the 35.
Okay, so they're going to take the ball on every kick.
Generally, wouldn't you start? What is it again? It's I think it's in pros and in college. You start at the 35, 40?
Pros, I don't know. College, I also don't know. All I know is what I see before me, Eddie.
Yeah, but it looks like it's going to start at the 35. So,
Kickoffs are wacky now.
yeah, unpredictable. You never know.
Kind of like that onside kick that West Broward pulled earlier in the game.
Yeah.
That was pretty wild.
Quarterback keeper on the play, and he gains about
crunch.
2 or 3 yards.
Quarterback on the left side, gain of 3 on the play.
Four
Gain about-
Dreadnaughts getting in the mix with that one, Eddie.
Yeah, saw number 55 with excitement right there. That is Xavier Jones, a sophomore linebacker.
I believe Jackson Berrien, the junior lineman, also in the mix there.
Snap to Carbon. Pass is complete. Nice pass. Pass is midfield
Complete,
for
crosses
a
midfield
first down and
into
more.
Dreadnought territory, first and 10 for the Bobcats.
Looks like right there, that was number, trying my best here to see.
Good pickup there by West Broward. One of the best gains that they've had outside of that long touchdown pass.
There goes the snap. Quarterback has time. Throws downfield, overthrows his receiver. Looks like that was number
Incomplete
1,
pass.
Carlos
Second and
Lopez,
10.
the intended receiver. Pass by number 7, Kane Garbett. And the one that had the good run, that was number 32, Mason Ailman. On the last play, 4 to get the first down. He's in the backfield with his quarterback. Quick pass is complete. Nice
Pass
juke
complete.
move to get the extra
He does a
yards
good
for the
job
first
of
down.
eluding a tackler for some extra yards.
Looks
Brought down
like
to the 35-yard line.
pass complete to number 18 right there. That is Mario Agnant. A little bit of quick tempo going on by the Bobcats right now.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Definitely something that I think that they were trying their best to do earlier in the second half. And that's ran by number 32,
No gain on
Elman.
the play. Dreadnought defensive line.
No gain on the play brings up second down and 10 yards to go with 1:18. Clock is running. Bobcats looking to get back into the end zone.
So no grade on the roster here for Ailman. If you had to guess, what class do you think Ailman is?
I say junior.
Junior?
And he's in motion. There goes the snap. Quarterback has time. Pass is caught.
Pass
An
is caught. Good
extended
job
reach
by
right there by
Lakeland
number
DB.
1, Lopez.
Here's the catch it. They go down. Third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5. Yeah, I like how he stretched up to get that one. Haul it in and get about 5 yards on the play.
Good tackle, open field by Jordan Young also, number 3 defensively. He's one of their big dogs on the perimeter here for the Dreadnaughts. Gettable 3rd down here for the Bobcats.
There goes the snap. Quarterback has time. Wide open receiver, caught ball, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown,
Bobcats.
Bobcats. West Broward is back on the board. Good snap, good timing, good protection, and the pass was complete. What looks to be number 18, Mario Agnant, for the touchdown just at the end of the 3rd quarter.
A lot of times you see coaches in these kickoff classics here, Eddie, keep the starters in for 3 quarters. So if you
Agnant
wonder
with a
if the
nice catch,
Bobcats are
running
trying to
the
beat
end
the
zone.
buzzer before they get the hook coming in here
And
for quarter number 4.
And they did right there. And now it looks like they're going to go for 2 points. 0 for 1 today. Man in motion. Quick pass. Trickeration. Throws, and it's intercepted. And is this 2 points if he takes it back? No. Play is dead.
2-point conversion is no
Two-point
good.
conversion is no good.
44-12.
Yes, and looks like
That'll
one
be the end of the third
player
quarter.
for Lakeland that got the interception right there. Looks like that's number 6, Ahmad Watts.
There's the man.
Do you think they'll change that in the future too? Like interception on the extra point, run it back down the field, 2 points?
No, I don't see that being changed. I think that's one of those situations that a lot of times you see players in the past have got absolutely lit up. So I think of kind of that broader umbrella of player safety. I think that is something that you would not see kind of change to what you may see in the higher levels of football, to be honest with you, Eddie.
Even though the Lakeland crowd here would say otherwise, but yes, in all safety for these players, that is what's important, truly. Good hands play and good job on stopping that 2-point conversion. And your score now as we head into the 4th and final quarter, it is West Broward Bobcats 12 and the Lakeland Dreadnaughts 44.
They going onside here, yes or no?
They were successful in one onside attempt, and then the previous one was sort of a pooch about midfield. I don't know if they were trying to go for that one too, but let's see if they can get another one.
If you're the coach, you going for it?
Why not? And there goes a swift little kick. Takes a bounce. Ooh, almost lost it.
Onside kick attempt recovered by the Dreadnaughts.
Quick
They took
hands
over
play
first
right
and 10
there
from
and
the
recovered
45-yard line.
by the Lakeland receiving team.
Keeping them honest.
Yeah, and that looked like it was recovered by number 26, Jamie Williams, the senior. Bit scared on that last one. Nearly lost it, but managed to haul it in. You never know when that's going to matter the most later on when the season starts.
There you go.
First and 10 as the Lakeland Dreadnaughts take over on offense. This time it's going to be handed off to running back. That's number 34. Darion Day, the sophomore running back now, getting a run in the game. Tackle made by number 44, Cameron Grant. Senior linebacker on the good stop right there with only 1 yard to gain. 1 yard gain by the Dreadnaughts.
A little extra something on that one, too.
And I think now we're starting to see some new players come out onto the field. That quarterback is number 19, Marcus McLean Haney. Sophomore quarterback now out on the field. A lot of emotion going on the field, and number 26 on the carry, that is Jamie Williams.
A little bit of a contrasting pace going right now, as we saw the tempo from West Broward, push, push, push. Lakeland on the other side of the tracks a little bit.
So
Bit of a slow roll.
Third down and about 7, and there goes the handoff.
3 runs in a row for Lakeland. No gain on the play. 4th down.
Once again, looks like that was Williams on the carry.
Look at that right-hand side. Last couple plays here.
No gain on the play. 4th down, 6 yards to go, and here comes the punt unit by Lakeland.
Thought they were thinking about going for it, Eddie. Then I saw your boy Porter Hunt trotting out there. So
Yeah, he's had a good game, I would say, you know, both on punt and field goals. Made a 26-yarder in the game.
that's the longest field goal we've seen all game, right? All season.
Yeah.
Longest field goal we've seen all season long, Eddie.
Yeah, so
I
far.
said you're good. I said you're good. Illegal substitution, 12 men on the field on defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Okay, good job of Mr. Official making sure got that one right. I will say this has been quite the experience tonight as well, you know, and gonna like what we see going into tomorrow night and then on Saturday. I tell you, tomorrow night this place is going to be, it's going to be an electric atmosphere, truly.
Why is that?
You know, I think for one, you have 2 teams. One team's looking to make a statement, and what better statement than against a really highly recognized team like the Northwestern Bulls. I mean, not too long ago, this team played for a state title and won against Jacksonville Reigns. Played Jacksonville Reigns again last season in the state title game, and that was a thriller. And, you know, the recognition they've had in the past recent years, including the past 2 seasons. So Palm Beach Central is in for an exciting night, too. This team also with playoff experience of their own.
There you go.
As well. They had a very close one, which we'll talk more into tomorrow night. But, yeah, 7 p.m. tomorrow night here, day 2, game 2. It's the Palm Beach Central Broncos taking on the Bulls from Northwestern of Miami.
So a couple options for you, Eddie. One, you come out here to the game. The big one, sportsforchange.com. Get your tickets.
Please
2,
do.
You could stream it on 4 Quarters Online, YouTube.
Yes, we will have it right here.
Or Eddie, check this out. Wild card. You come out here and you listen to the game, which is very low delay. While you're at it, a little double trouble. Best of both worlds.
Multiple options. Looks like a quarterback sneak attempt, but
Appears to be just shy.
I think he's just short.
Penalty flags fly.
We got another penalty on the play.
They used the penalty yardage. They went for it.
Yeah.
Gambled with a little 4th and 2, and it looks like West Broward's up to the task pending the penalty. Do you like that call there? Going for it, 4th and 2?
I don't see why not. You know, this game is being treated like a preseason game in the NFL. It reminds me.
Personal foul on Lakeland,
Ooh, personal foul on Lakeland right there. Reminds me of that gutsy attempt we saw at the Hall of Fame game not too long ago. So, I mean, why not?
I hear a lot of positive things. Was that the greatest NFL game ever played? The Hall of Fame game last week?
I think that was the best Hall of Fame game we've seen in recent years.
Where does it rank on the all-time NFL scale?
If only it was a regular season game. We've seen a lot of excitement in preseason throughout the years. From longest field goals to excitement. Yeah, I think it ranks up there. It can contend with some good regular season ones. I'm just going to say that, but it doesn't top like what we're going to probably see this upcoming season.
So
And what we're going to see in high school football is even more exciting.
So does it top like that David Tyree catch on the helmet Super Bowl?
No.
Does it top 28-3 Super Bowl?
No.
No? Okay.
Respectfully,
To
no.
each their own.
Quick pass is complete by the Bobcats, but he's met right away by a host of Lakeland defenders. That was number 4, Tyreek Harris, the senior wide receiver, who's had a good night on a few receptions.
Oh.
And it looks like we're going to have an official's timeout for a water break, the one time that the clock stops. Looking ahead to both teams as they get ready to start their regular seasons, we wish them the best. For the Lakeland Dreadnaughts, they will return back to Polk County on Friday, August 21st, when they take on their longtime inner-city rivals just north of Lakeland, the Kathleen Red Devils. And that's going to be the first game of the regular season. Interesting that that rivalry now is going to be played first game instead of last, like it has been for so long. Now, as for the West Broward Bobcats, this is quite interesting right here. The McEacher Indians from Powder Springs, Georgia. That game is going to be played on a Thursday night in what appears to be August 27th.
They getting that game at home?
You know, online I saw it as a home game, but I don't know. It could be neutral site.
It's tough to get those North Georgia boys come down here south of the border to your place.
Exactly.
A lot of times they'll pay you to come up there, but tough to get them down here.
Yes, wishing the best to both teams as they start their seasons. Ooh, almost caught. It was like juggled, but incomplete.
Good throw, better coverage.
As the officials waved it incomplete. I think one of the players for West Broward thought that was a pass interference.
Both players had a little bit of a chance at that one.
Absolutely. Clock winding down now. We're just past the 5:25 mark and ticking as we get ready to wrap up the first game here in the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic.
Speaking of wrap-up, Gil Gilbert's nice coverage there, wrapping up the offensive player to make sure that pass wasn't completed.
There goes receiver motion. Quarterback has time. Throws downfield, caught ball, and that's going to be a first down. I think that was the receiver right there that was in motion. That is number 82, Carrick Brown. But wait a minute. Ball was stripped away and taken, a turnover. Looks like that was number 52 right there that is hyped, Jeremiah Bennett.
Wow, if so, fantastic play there.
Indeed a takeaway by Lakeland. They'll take over first.
So that stripped interception, would that count as their third interception of the night? No.
That's a catch and that's a forced fumble. Yeah, he definitely had did the whole receiving motion, turned upfield, blah, 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 blah. They were getting ready to tackle him. Boom!
Yeah.
Give me that. That's just some bully ball right there, Eddie.
Yeah. The angle I saw it on, thought it was differently, but all right. Fumble recovery.
Give me the ball, he says.
Approaching the 4-minute mark remaining in the game. Ball is tossed off to the running back in motion. Good stiff arm, spins his way out of bounds, and that is number 18, Mari Smith.
I believe it's first touch for the junior wide receiver here, if I'm not mistaken, Eddie.
Yeah, and with just under 4 minutes, I think we're going to see a lot of players come in and try to get some rep in. Get some experience out there as they get ready to start the regular season next week.
I want to see them hit this H-back tight end, Corey Swanson, number 37 here. He looks like he can do some damage.
And running back is stopped immediately right there. Number 50 on the tackle, along with 44, Cameron Grant. don't seem to have number 50's name on our West Broward roster, but giving him props on that stop alongside Grant.
The man with no name. You got to watch out for those, Eddie.
Oh, yes.
Dangerous, always.
Quick pass is incomplete, intended for number 86 right there. That is Armani Morris, sophomore wide receiver. So a lot of the sophomores getting some rep in this final few minutes of the game here.
Yeah, speaking of sophomores, linebacker Aiden Johnson, as well as freshman Merlot in. Looks like they're about to lay the lumber had that pass been completed.
Third down and about 9 yards to go. Clock is running, 2:18, 2:17. Snap, high snap. Quarterback has pressure coming, and he's going to be sacked.
Helmets off.
Helmets off. And that'll do it. Heard the whistle right there and a stop of the play. And that was number 50 again.
Your boy.
Part of the stop.
Of course, you got to come off the field because the helmet came off. Come back on next time. Swallowed up. How about that defensive surge by that front seven there for West Broward getting after it?
Yeah. Good job right there by the defense. And 4th and long. Let's see. I think Lakeland's going to go for it, you know. Maybe take a shot downfield. Minute and 28, minute and 27. Clock is ticking.
What do you think here? A little speed option, Eddie, to the right?
I think they might do. Yep, it was about to be a. I called it. Throw one downfield. Got a whistle on the play and penalty.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Oh.
And now we've reached the final minute. Seconds are now ticking. Could be the final possession right here for Lakeland.
Eddie, what's in your playbook for 4th and 12?
Yeah, I think they're just going to go ahead and run the ball. And then that quarterback now is number 15 and another player right here for Lakeland with no name. So one for Broward, one for Lakeland. And the snap to him. He's looking, throws, caught ball, first down. That's number 18 right there.
Down. Number 18. Nice
Amari
catch,
Smith.
spins out of bounds. 1st and 10 for Lakeland.
And that's
Ladies and
probably going to
gentlemen,
be the
on behalf
last
of
and
Bronco Nation,
final
we want to
play.
wish the Bobcats
Wait a
and
minute, wait a minute.
Dreadnaughts nothing but success their regular season. Good luck to you.
All right,
To
and
the
yep,
fans, as well
the
as
clock is
the
going to
team,
run
safe
down, and
travels
that'll do it.
back to West
And
Broward
game
Lakeland.
1 of day
for
1
coming out.
wraps up here tonight. Your final score, the West Broward Bobcats from
Ladies and
Pembroke
gentlemen, please
Pines,
watch your step as you
12,
exit the stadium.
and the Lakeland Dreadnaughts from Polk County, 44. And we want to wish both teams the best as they start their regular seasons next week and the week after.
When every child walks through the door, I want them to feel as if they belong here. I want them to feel safe. I want them to feel as if it's okay to be a child. It's okay to move around and jump off and make mistakes. It's okay. My name is Linda Atchapone Reynolds, and my role here at the Appleseed is owner/director/ a person that wears many hats. We're located here in Pahokee, Florida, 594 East Main Street. We serve children from 2 years old to 5. And then after school program is kindergarten through 8th grade. What I want parents to know the most is number 1, they're going to learn. They will receive an education. We have 2 curriculums. We have Frost Street curriculum as well as creative curriculum. They learn Spanish and Creole, subjects that we learn here. We learn language arts, finance classes, the science, technology, math, reading, phonics, Writing, they write every day. When they graduate, they know how to write their first and their last names. The goal is to put as much in their minds as possible, 0 to 6 years old. And that's what we do, the teachers and I. We pray together, and we pray with our children. We pray with their families. This is a family. This is truly a family. So if you enrolled your child here, these are a lot of the things you're going to receive. Our mission and goal in all of this school, is to let our children know that they matter. They have a purpose here. I felt as if I was chosen by God to be here. I'm on a mission, and the mission is to plant these seeds in the children's mind that, yes, I'm here for a reason. When a parent brings their children here, I want them to know and feel that, yes, my child is safe. Yes, the teachers there are on my team. We're all on a team together. We would love for you to be at the Appleseed. But wherever you are, we support each other. Wherever you go, we support each other. Just know the Appleseed is that safe haven for your children to come.
All right, I'm back here from Bronco Field here on the Sports for Change Classic. Just putting a bow on everything here tonight for Mark Adams, Andrew Jupin, Eddie Quincus Jr. So, Eddie, great contest out here tonight at Bronco Field. Weather held out for us. What are your impressions for the game? A couple of runner-ups from last year. Both of these teams going to the state championship. What was your impression as we put 25 to bed, of course? New venture here for 26. Your thoughts?
My thoughts are is that, first and foremost, Lakeland came here to play, man. Last season in the in this Kickoff Classic venue, it was a pretty rough loss to Northwestern, actually, believe it or not, who we'll talk about here in a few minutes. But definitely came out here to make a statement that this team is, they still live up to their name, their recognition, and how they stand out here throughout the state of Florida and so on, And I think we're going to see this team, do very well as the season progresses. They have a very winnable district. I think they're honestly the favorites to win that district. Now, on the other side, I'm impressed that, West Broward still kept playing regardless of what was on the scoreboard. And they kept going. This was also another team that made it all the way to the state championship last year for 6A. And they're really determined to get back to that last game again, and this time, win it all. So I think we'll probably expect to see great things from them as well, especially playing in their area, in their field. And, it was a fun showcase, especially with some of these top college prospects that we saw play here tonight as well. And I'm glad they got their recognition, and that's courtesy of the Sports for Change Foundation and helping these young men get that recognition.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, a fantastic showcase you got to love. I think Clemson's going to be smiling when they see this film. Of course, their boy Harvey showed out. But then also some of those other opportunities for some of those teams and organizations, programs, they're shopping for players, right? To hopefully, make a little edge of what we've seen here tonight. But to your point, a couple bright spots for Broward. We had a nice performance here from Lakeland. So, I think both teams got some film to watch going forward, which is what you want going into week 1 for here tonight. But of course, we couldn't do the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic here with 4 Quarters online without the sponsors that brought us here tonight. So we just want to give our thanks to them. Of course, the Appleseed Learning Center, shout out, proud sponsor here, the Sports for Change. Marshall Catering.
Edmund Empire Productions, thank you very much as well. Danny Nemus, Circle Cuts Lawn Service, and TLC Atkins Tender Loving Care. We thank all of our sponsors here, and of course, here, 4 Quarters Online, proud to bring you this special presentation of the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic. That wraps up day 1, game 1, and now looking forward to tomorrow night for an exciting matchup as the Northwestern Bulls from Miami will take on the Palm Beach Central Broncos, the host here at Bronco Stadium of the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic. I'm excited for that matchup because one team is definitely looking to make a statement, and you know the other wants to live up, of course, to their name and recognition, of course, and that is the Bulls. What's your thoughts on that matchup as we get ready for that one tomorrow night?
It's going to be awesome. The big one. You should go to sportsforchange.com, get your tickets, and then you should tune in to 4 Quarters Online here for the presentation of the game broadcast. Double dip, get yourself some action. Of course, support a good cause. Bigger picture, doing a lot to change lives here for the athletes and help them make that bridge from where they are to who they want to be. And that's what it's all about. That's what Coach Reynolds has put forward with the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic. That's what we're trying to build upon. So if you can, support them and get after it. Sportsforchange.com, where you can get the tickets and all the information that you need to have.
Yep, you heard it from my buddy right here himself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap things up. We're glad that you were able to join us on this live stream. We'll see you tomorrow night for day 2. And on behalf of us here on 4 Quarters Online here at the Sports for Change Kickoff Classic, saying good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.